Good morning, everyone. Jeff Meyer on the road, rocking Florida real estate. We're here with my CPA firm, Jones and Company. They take care of our corporate taxes, my personal taxes, and just some overall accounting. And who do we have with us today?
Hi, I'm Tracy Malik. I'm a CPA and one of the partners here.
And I'm Pat Jones, and I'm a CPA, one of the partners.
So how many partners do we have? How many partners are in the company? Two. So I'm lucky enough to have both partners.
Yes.
Okay. Now,
Pat started the business in 1986.
Wow, that's
Yes.
a long time. How long have you been taking care of my taxes, Pat?
Oh, I'm going to
14.
say, yeah, 15, 16. Yeah, it's been a long time.
Long time. My taxes are pretty thick. How big are my taxes? Yeah. About how long does it take to do my taxes?
Anywhere from 14, 16 hours for yours.
Okay, so it's not just TurboTax.
No.
It's a process.
Yeah, definitely people are going to seek CPA firm to do their taxes when they need more help, if it's more involved. If they just have a W-2 or something, they can definitely do it on TurboTax themselves.
Okay. Now, do you do my taxes quarterly, yearly? How are we doing that?
Yours we do annually, but we have lots of clients that we do monthly work for, quarterly work for, things like that. So we can do whatever the client wants.
Okay. So Tracy, what is a CPA?
Certified Public Accountant. We are licensed with the state of Florida. We are required to have additional continuing education, 80 hours every 2 years. So we are monitored by several different agencies.
Okay. And what is a CFF?
Certified in Financial Forensics. That is a designation that we both have with the American Institute of Certified Public Accountants.
Is that like the TV show?
We wish.
Okay. And what is a CFE?
That is certified in forensic examinations,
Okay.
and that is a designation from the Association of Certified Fraud Examiners.
Okay.
That Pat and I both have, plus another CPA here.
So we're not going to let Pat talk hardly at all, are we?
No.
Okay. And what is an MACC?
That's a master's in accounting that I got.
So you have a master's in accounting?
Yes.
Okay. So would you say it takes a master in accounting to do my tax?
Yes.
We assigned it to Tracy.
Okay, now let's see if we have something that Pat is that Tracy isn't. Looks like you're a ABF.
ABV.
ABV, I'm sorry.
That's okay. That's accredited in business valuation,
Which means?
which means we can value a business for a client or a small firm that's looking, to value the business for, let's say, estate planning,
Okay.
or to sell the business, or for gift tax returns.
Okay.
So
if I wanted to sell Star One and I came to you, and because you have all my information, you could evaluate what our business is worth.
right, we could put a value on your business.
Okay, great. And then looks like you're also a CFF.
CFF.
And you're also a CFE, so we've covered all that.
Right.
Okay, why don't you tell us what else you do for the general public, for people who are in business?
Well, most of our clients are small business clients. We started years ago with small clients where we would end up, and this was back in the 80s, we would end up having them bring in their bank statements and their check stubs, and we would prepare and reconcile their bank and do a financial statement.
Okay.
Today's world, most people are using QuickBooks. So a lot of our clients are QuickBooks Online, and several of us here are QuickBooks Pro advisors.
Okay.
So we get a number of referrals from the internet, looking for an accountant. We also do corporate taxes, estate and trust. We do accounting for estate and trust. We do, audit work. Our focus on audits is condominium and homeowners associations.
Okay.
We do reviews for condos and HOAs as well as contractors. And we do a compiled report. And these are reports by the American Institute Standards.
You guys are kind of busy.
We're busy.
That's good. Now, so we're at one of your offices. We're at the wonderful office here on Seven Springs. What's your address here?
25137 Seven Springs Boulevard in Trinity.
And you also have two other offices. Where are those at?
We have one in Land O'Lakes and in Spring Hill.
Okay, so you're covering 3 or 4 different counties.
Yes.
And so you have a lot of clients.
We also help with if somebody's getting an IRS audit or Department of Revenue audit,
Okay.
whether it's their business or their personal tax return, we can
Okay.
help them with that. Sales
Okay.
tax audit, reemployment audit, which is unemployment, we help with those. consulting new entity formations. If
Okay.
somebody's just going into business, they want to be an LLC or a corporation, we can set that up. So there's a lot of other areas that we can do as well.
Cover everything.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right, and then we also focus on forensics. We do forensics.
NCIS.
Right, NCIS.
I watch TV.
Right, and with the forensic accountant, what we look at is we look at small businesses where they may have misappropriations of funds. We've dealt with estates and trusts where maybe the personal representative or the trustee has not been fully disclosing all of the assets. We have worked with nonprofits where there has been some misappropriation of funds.
By the bookkeeper.
We've worked with condo associations where maybe the management company had a bookkeeper that had some misappropriation of funds. And recently some family members taking care of mom, little misappropriation of funds. So, and then we could work with a company as far as setting up and overseeing their internal controls to make sure that there's checks and balances.
Right, which is important.
Which is
Absolutely.
important.
Okay.
So with that, we also would give, a report of our findings, and then that report could be used if they decided that they wanted to prosecute. I mean, report could be used, with the authorities.
Sure. Okay. So Tracy, in the wonderful world of real estate, which is my world, how can you help someone that's buying a house?
Okay, so we help people often regarding this issue because when somebody goes to buy a house, they have to go through a mortgage company, a mortgage broker, a bank, whatever. And usually they want to see the last 3 years' tax returns, financial statements if they have a business. Sometimes they don't have them. Sometimes they haven't filed for a year or two or more. So they come to us, they need us to help them get up to date with their financials and their tax return, or just maybe to eyeball it to see, hey, does everything look right if they prepared it themselves. So we can help when people are going to buy a house.
Okay, which helps speed up the process.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Okay.
That's the answer.
So Pat, if someone hasn't filed their taxes, let's say for a year or two, how does that work then?
Okay. Well, IRS has what they call the matching process. So if they have received 1099s or W-2s or interest income or gambling winnings, that all gets reported to IRS. And so at some point IRS will do a match and they'll see if that person has filed a tax return.
Okay.
If they haven't, they'll send them a notice. If they ignore the notice and they should have filed, then there's a follow-up letter from IRS.
Okay. So then they come and see you.
Then they come and see us
Okay.
when they get those
And you-
letters from IRS.
And you save the day.
Yes.
So Pat, explain to us what a due diligence service is.
Just recently, another service we've been providing is due diligence.
Okay.
We've worked with some realtors that where someone is selling a business, they want to have an outsider come in and review the financials and look at the tax returns to
Okay.
make sure that the records are close to the actual. And that's been a process. It's to give the buyer comfort of mind that the business that
That
they're
would make
buying is truly has the revenue and the customers that they're looking at and the assets.
Okay, that sounds good. So Pat and Tracy, thank you very much for having us over to the office today. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank
Appreciate
you.
this.
It enlightened us
Appreciate
a
this.
little bit of the world of a CPA and everything. If you want to get a hold of Jones and Company, please give them a call. Tracy, what's your phone number?
Area code 727-845-4166.
And what email can they get a hold of you at, or what's your website?
The website is jonescpas.com.
Okay.
Thank you.
Anything?
We are taking new clients, so if you need help with anything, please give us a call and we would be glad to help you.
Great. Thank you very much, Pat. Thank you.
Thank you.
Tracy, thank you
Thanks
very
so much,
much.
Jeff.
Thanks, everybody. We'll see you next week on Rocking Florida Real Estate.